Hey, my name is Jeff Eaton, Executive Director of Young Adult Cancer Canada. I'm a two-time cancer survivor, and I am really glad to be here for day 29 in 100 Days of Katy. Gratitude is such an important idea and practice for all of us. And Katy, your leadership on that front amidst such a massive challenge in front of you is inspiring and incredible. Thank you for setting such a powerful example for all of us to live by. I have a long list of things that I would put in my own gratitude group here, and I think it really starts with love in my life, passion in my work, getting to come and do what I love every day is a really real gift. A choice that I made very consciously, but I'm really grateful for it and the outcomes of that choice. And truly, the biggest piece for me is on the professional side for sure, and certainly personally, I think too. Outside of family is just this opportunity to make an impact. A long time ago, almost 20 years actually, 20 years this summer. I was a new grad, just out of university, started my own little business when I was in university, so I was trying to build and grow that. And I remember working really late one night, and I was doing a proposal, and I kind of just stopped and had this moment of reflection with myself. And it was really when me kind of thinking about how hard I had been working, how little I was actually making, yet how profoundly happy and fulfilling I was in that moment and on that road that I had been on. And I remember kind of being struck by that. It certainly wasn't ever for me that life was about the pursuit of wealth and stuff, but it definitely just kind of caught me off guard. And I started to think about that equation. Working harder than I ever had in my life, making less money than I ever had in my life, but being happier than I'd ever been in my life. And I feel so blessed and incredibly fortunate to have learned at the age of 22 that the most important things in life are not things. And I know some people go their whole life in the pursuit of things, letters after their names, awards, plaques on the wall, toys in the garage, whatever it is. But it's really not about that. I didn't know, certainly that night, that 3 months from then I'd be diagnosed with leukemia at 22 and, face the very near end of my life and the process that I'd go through in that and have a recurrence a couple of years later. And that's was what life was for me in those mid to early 20s and beyond. But having learned that lesson at such a young age was so valuable for me, and it really guided a lot of the decisions I've made in my life since. And that is a lesson that I know you really champion, Katy, because it's the biggest pieces that I have of gratitude for you. I've heard about you on Twitter, and having come to Yak's event years ago. But then last conference is when I really kind of connected with you and got to spend a little tiny bit of time with you. Your humor is beautiful. I love your Not Today Satan hat. I just think that speaks so well of you, the bit that I know of you. I love that about you. In the face of, dire, terrible, tough circumstances, you have this massive, awesome, badass humor. And the bigger piece for me of gratitude is one we've discussed recently. I know we're going to discuss it again soon. Is the courage you have to talk about death and legacy as you deal with both. That is creating space for others to do the same. And those two things are among the most important conversations we'll ever have in our life, in my view. We're afraid of death for some reason. I think it's because we don't know what happens. And that prevents us from talking about a very empowering space of legacy and what do we want that to be. And your conscious creation of your legacy is so inspiring. Thank you for your courage, and I can't wait to talk again soon.